Good afternoon, everyone. I, CH Armi Shah, on behalf of Professional Skill Enrichment Committee, ICI, welcome you all participants to today's webcast, Power BI and Excel, two sides of the same coin, by our resource person, CA Vikal Jain, sir. So I welcome today's resource
Thank
person,
you.
CA Vikal Jain, and all the participants present here. To formally introduce our speaker, he's a distinguished chartered accountant and a dynamic professional known for his expertise in data automation, financial analysis, and emerging technology. As a proprietor of Vikal Jain and Associates and a consultant with the 16th Finance Commission Ministry of Finance, he brings a wealth of experience in research and data management. He is a recognized leader in the field of automation and has conducted over 100 Excel sessions across more than 8 countries and delivered 40 impactful sessions on AI at platforms such as ICS Study Circle, AI Hackathon, and government think tanks. Beyond traditional finance, he is also a digital educator and a social influencer with more than 3.6 followers on his Excel tricks. A certified chartered accountant, Vikal Jain sirs hold a certification on international financial reporting standards and a completed level 1 of the AI certification by ICAI. With this brief introduction, I welcome Vikal sir and now floor is all open for your deliberation. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Charmiji, and thank you, Sambit sir. Thank you, ICI, for giving me this opportunity. Again, speaking on the Power BI topic, and I love Power BI very much. Let me just share my screen. I hope my screen is visible. Sorry. Actually, we will flip screen again and again. We will simply go to PPT, Excel. So, so that's why I'm not doing in full view. Okay. Still, let me just share some slides before starting. So basically, I'm talking about Power BI. Power BI is a visualization tool, and it visualize your report means drastically or in a automated manner. Like you are talking about annual reports, you are seeing a variety of charts, and that you will see there are automatically linked chart in your annual reports, which show your crisp your means which show crisp of the data, and you will see Power BI is nothing, just a combination of three elements if we are talking about transformation of Power BI. So Power BI is an element which includes a Power Query, Excel, and Power Pivot. If we will sum up all three together, it will create a Power BI. So here you will see Excel itself inbuilt a Power Query and Power Pivot. It means it is as same as your 70% of these three. Why I'm talking about 70%? Because 30% is a data visualization and 70% is a data transformation. So you will see what is Power BI here. Power BI is nothing, just a collection of software and services. You have already seen it. It is a collection of Excel, Power BI, Power Query, and Power Pivot. What it does. So basically, it helps us to see the data means in visually immersive, or it provide interactive insights. And now, if I'm talking about Power BI in practical way, you will simply see the Excel and Power BI two. There is a one coin, and they are basically two sides of that coin. You will see Excel and Power BI because both tools are provided by the Microsoft, and you will see here we have Excel and here we have Power BI. Now, if we have Excel, let's say Excel has Power Query and Power Pivot. Now, what is the need of this Power BI? What if we have the same thing in our Excel? Then what is the need of this? So basically, Excel we already know as a chartered accountant, easy to learn and cost effective. But whenever we are talking about Power BI, so Power BI can handle more data in comparison with your Excel, and it has basically cloud base. Now let's say I am creating a dashboard in my Excel file. Let's say I want to share with anyone or my colleague. So what I need to do, I need to email that Excel file to that person. Even if I'm talking about Google Sheet, so Google Sheet does not support the interactive way in that much. Now, if you will see Power BI, here what I will do, I will simply create a dashboard in Power BI. Now, after that, what I will do, I will simply create a link and I will share that link with anyone. So anyone can access that dashboard from that link, and he or she may simply click on that, and data will automatically get updated. Let's say if you have a paid version of it, so you can download the Excel in the backend also. If you are using free version, so you can simply publish your Power BI software to the Microsoft Cloud, or you can download your dashboard into PDF. Now, it supports more visualization than your Excel. It support easy visualization than your Excel. In easy, basically, in whenever we are talking about Excel, it means here we need to do what? Here we need to learn Excel or data crunching part in more detail. But whenever we are talking about Power BI, so if we know Excel, then we can simply create the visualization automatically. Here it has more security because cloud is here. So we can simply restrict our database to anyone. Let's say if you don't want to share your dashboard with a third party, so you can share, you can enter the email ID in your cloud. So you, on that email ID, you can access your Power BI dashboard. So this is the difference between this Power BI and Excel. So again, we can download the Power BI from the Microsoft site directly. What you need to do, simply go to Google Chrome or whatever browser you are using. So simply search Power BI 64-bit. So you can download it from the Microsoft site directly, and you can download it from here. Or the alternate way is, it is already inbuilt in your Microsoft Store, so you can simply search on the window tab, and here you can search Power BI. So Microsoft will take you to the Power BI desktop, and if it is already not installed over there, so it will ask you to install in the system. So this is the alternate way to install it. Now let's understand the process of the Power BI. We have already covered this lots of time, but again, if we have basic knowledge of this diagram, then we can learn Power BI in more deep. So here we are going to understand the process of this Power BI. So as I have already told you that Power BI is a combination of what? Power Query, Excel, and Power Pivot. Now, if we are talking about Power Query, Power BI, what Power BI has? So Power BI, whenever we are talking about any kind of visualization means either on the Power BI or the Tableau or any other software you are using. So there are 30% visualization and 70% is the transformation. So what we need to learn here, we need to learn the transformation part, which we can do using Power Query or DAX. So here is the process understanding. So let's say I have integrated my Oracle software with Power BI now. So you will see here on the Power BI, here we can import our data from the multiple sources. You can see Excel workbook, Power BI semantic tools, data flows, SQL server, or if you will see here, we have more options. Here we can link our database like SQL, IBM, or we can link our SAP directly with the Power BI. And here we have Snowflake. And if you will see here, we have online services also. So we can link these LinkedIn sales also. So Power BI is a aggregator which link all kind of software here. Now, what is the benefit of this linkage? We will understand the linkage with this diagram. Let's say I have a data, let's say I have a sales data and I want to make a dashboard from that. So here is the dashboard, and I want to make a sales dashboard from my, let's say, Oracle data or SAP data. So I have already linked my SAP with the Power BI. Now what will happen? Now there are three alternate to make this dashboard. First is, let's say, you can download the SAP report in Excel, So I have downloaded the SAP report in Excel. Then you can import the Excel file into Power BI. So there is no linkage with SAP and Power BI. Now it is not a real time. Now next time, let's say there are two more transactions, or let's say next day there are 200 transactions. So what you need to do, you need to do the same steps in next day. Means you need to download the Excel once again, and you need to import the same Excel in Power BI. Then you can make the dashboard again. Now if you're talking about direct linking, so if you are talking about direct linking, it means we can create Power BI dashboard using Power Query and DEX. DEX is nothing, just a Excel of the Power BI. The full form of DEX is data expression language. So you know the Excel, you know Excel formula, so you can easily learn this DEX. But still, there are some advantages in this Power Query which are not lying with the DEX and Excel. So that's why we have variety of components. In this 2 hour session, we are going to cover each and everything in a crisp manner, and you will see how Power BI can create a beautiful dashboard in real time. Now, whenever we are dealing with the Power BI, so always do the two settings whenever you are dealing with Power BI first time. Otherwise, you will get confused. And let me show you how we can do the first initial two settings. Here we have file, and here we have options. In the options, we need to do two settings. And you will see here we have global, and here we have current file. Let's say you want to do the settings with your system, and next time, let's say if I'm talking about let's say regional setting. So you will see here we have regional setting, and here we have regional setting. If we will do the setting here, it means next time if we will open the Power BI, my settings will lie with the Power BI as same as which I'm doing right now. Now, if I'm talking about this current file regional setting, it means if I'm going to open the Power BI next time, so we need to do the same setting again. Still, I am doing some settings with the current file, and I am doing some setting with the global. And if we are talking about this global preview, here we have preview feature. What we need to do, simply click on this preview feature, and you can check all the features here to get the advantage of some hidden talent of this Power BI. You will see here we have used new Databricks connectors, legacy snowflakes, and shape map visual. So Spanish language. So you can simply check all the checkbox to get more advantage of this Power BI tool. So I'm using free tool over here. Simply just check all this. So there are some hidden parts of this Power BI which is going to enable with these settings. Click OK, and you will see I have already done Power BI settings. Now it is asking me to restart the application. So let me just close this, and I'm going to reopen my Power BI. So next time, if I will reopen my Power BI, since I have done the setting in global, so it will lie over there. Now you will see in this option and setting options, I have done the first setting, and here we have regional settings. Sorry, here we have data load setting, and we need to do two setting here. You can do the same setting with this part, and you can do the same setting with the current file. Now, why I'm doing the same? Why I'm doing this kind of setting with current file? Let's say you are a advanced user of this Power BI or intermediate user. So you don't need to deal with these kind of automations again and again. As a beginner, you can simply disable this auto detect relationship and auto date and time. Whenever we are loading any data in Power BI, it automatically creates a relationship. Let's say my data has two files. Let's say one is master file and one is transaction file. Let's say in master file, I have some party name, GST number, and let's say address and PAN number and so on. Let's in the transaction file, we have what we have, let's say sales transactions GST number, not the party name, not the address. Let's say if you want to fetch out the party name and you want to fetch out the address, or you want to fetch out any other thing which is lying in the master database. So what you can do, you can simply create a relationship, or you don't need to use VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP over here. So that's how you can simply create that relationship. But in Power BI, whenever we are not disabling this setting, so it automatically create these settings based on the column header. So I don't want that, so I am simply disabling this. And here we have auto date and time. So Power BI do second setting, which is auto date and time. Means, let's say if I have date, let's say invoice date. So if I'm going to load my data in Power BI, what is going to happen? It is going to segregate my data based on the quarter, years, and months. So I don't want to do that. So simply I'm disabling these two settings now and click OK. So these two settings we need to do before dealing with Power BI as a beginner. Now let's talk about more feature about the Power BI and basic understanding of this Power BI. So whenever we are dealing with transformation, transformation can be do uh, by the two elements, either by the DEX or by the Power Query. And you can also say it as DEX in lies in the front end and Power Query is lies in the back end. And you will see here we have report view. We generally create our visualization over here, and here we have our model view. We can call it as Excel view or DAX view. So all kind of DAX formula is created over here, and this is a relationship view. Here we can set out the relationship to link our two data, let's say master or transaction data in my example. So you can link here, and here we can say it as Copilot view. So you can, if you are using paid license or you are using uh, uh, enterprise license, then you can use the Copilot. So Copilot will help you in that. Here we have programming language, or we can call it as TMDL language if you are good in programming, or let's say you are taking the help of AI. So using that part of AI, you can take advantage of this TMDL view. So I'm going to cover this report view, table view, and model view. So here is the you can see here we have front end. Now here we can't see the back end part, which is a Power Query. Power Query lies in the back end of this Power BI, and you will see here we have get data. Whenever I'm going to load my data in Power BI, it is going to ask me whether you want to do a transformation using Power Query or the DEX. So I will tell you just after 2 or 3 minutes what is Power Query and how we can transform the data using Power Query and the DEX. Now, I have already told this that we can simply load variety of data in our Power Query. We can link our SAP model, text file, PDF. Even we can load our PDF file here. Now, let's try to load our first data here, and I will tell you what is the difference, why one coin has two side, Excel and Power BI. Let me just show you with the sample data, and here I have sample data. Let me just load this customer lookup. Let me just show you how customer lookup is looking like. And you will see here we have customer key, or you can say it as a customer ID, first name, last name, gender, age, email ID, phone, education, occupation, experience, salary, marital status, and number of children. So I have downloaded this data from an raw software, and now I'm going to load this data in my Power BI, and you will see this is a actually comma separated file. So CSV file I'm using. So here I can load my data in Power BI, and you will see here we have get data, and get data here we have text and CSV. So if you are using Excel file, so you can simply click on this Excel workbook. And if you are using text and CSV, so you can simply click on this text and CSV. Just open this data, or you can simply copy and paste over here, open. So my data has been opened. Now you will see here we have load, and here we have transform data. So whenever we are loading our data first time, here I'm seeing two things, load and transform. When I'm going to click on this load, it means you are going to transform this data. You are going to make a transformation using DEX, which is a front end. And if you are clicking on this transform data, it means you are going to load this data. You are going to transform this data using Power Query. Let's click on this Power Query part, transform data. And you will see now we can see the Power Query editor, and which was not seeming earlier in the front end. And you will see here are the front end, and here we have new tab which is Power Query. It is a Power BI, it is Power Query. So we can do the same activity either by Power Query if you are comfortable with Power Query, and if you are comfortable with Excel, you can simply do the same activities by using DEX. Now what is the advantage of Power Query here? If I'm going to talk about this Power Query here, you will see here we have applied steps. So whenever I am going to load any raw data in Power Query, here you will see Power Query do the some steps automatically. Here you will see the source. So my raw data was looking like this. Here it has promoted my headers. You will see my headers is here. Now if I'm going to click on this promoted header, so my header has gone from here to here. So that's how Power Query is automatically dealing with your data. We have not done anything till yet. What we have done, we have simply loaded data directly in Power Query. But now my header has been promoted from here to here automatically. Now if you will see change type. Now data type is very important thing in Power Query. Means let's say if you will see here, here is ABC written. Means Power Query is reading this customer ID as a text. ABC means text. Now if you will see ABC means everything is a text. But if I'm going to click on this change type, so Power Query has automatically read the data type. So 123 ABC, and you will see age is again 123. Now whenever we are dealing with Power Query, this data type is very important. Let's say my customer ID has one text. Let's say one customer ID is 11001 dot. So it means it is going to read whole column as text. So it is not going to do the transformation in that column. So you need to be very careful about the data standards. That's why I am not suggesting you to deal with the Excel file. Simply connect your ERP software with Power BI, and you can learn the transformation here directly. So ERP software will automatically going to take care of these kind of data types. And now, if you will see, I'm going to close and apply from here. So it is going to close this window and going to take you to the DEX file now. Now you will see I am on the Excel part, or which is a table view. So you can see my data was there in Power Query. Now it is loaded in my DEX view. So I can do the transformation from DEX also. So this is the two coins of this Power BI. Now let's just do the same activity in Excel file, and you will see Power Query is as same as in your Excel. Now if I'm going to click on this data, I'm using Office 365 over here, and you will see here we have get data, and you will see here we have launch Power Query editor. It means here in Excel we have Power Query also, and you will surprised to know that Power Query is available in Excel till means since 2013. It means now 12 year has been passed which to Power Query. Now I'm going to load my data. Here we have again lots of options from files, from database, from Azure, which is a Microsoft cloud, and from Fabric. Again, this is a Microsoft cloud. From online services, here we have SharePoints, but there are limited sources than your Power BI. And I'm going to load my text and CSV file over here. So you will see here my Power Query file is this customer lookup. I'm going to load the same thing, open, and you will see the same tab I'm saving, load. So it will simply load my data into Excel file and transform data. Transform data is going to take you to the Power BI. Click transform, sorry, Power Query. So you will see here we have Power Query Editor once again, and the same steps has been applied. Now, one more beauty is is lying with the Power Query is this advanced editor. Advanced editor note down each and every steps in programming language, which Excel does not do. You will if I'm going to click on this advanced editor, you will see here we have a let, and here we have some coding language which I'm suppose, let's say you are new to that, so it means it is creating an audit trail of each and every steps. You will see here we have source data, here we have promoted headers, here we have changed type, means data type we have changed. So it is recording each and every step. Let's say for example, here I'm going to delete this column. So delete, remove this column, just right click and remove. And you will see again one more step has been recorded over here. Now, if I'm going to click on this advanced editor, it is creating an audit trail. Now, here we have removed column, and this removed column is showing to you. Let's say I'm clicking on this done. Let's say I am not good in transformation, so I can simply take help of this AI tool or chat gpt or perplexity, any kind of tool. You can take the help of that. Means you can simply ask a power query m code, we are saying it as, uh, just give me power query m code, which I'm going to copy in my advanced editor, and it will simply give you the whole code. You can simply copy and paste from there to here, and your data will be transformed using AI, even without sharing your data on the cloud or on the AI model. So that's how you can take the advantage of this advanced editor. But in Excel, what you need to do, you need to simply ask the Excel formula. So again, this is a Power Query. Now, simply I'm going to take you to the benefit of this Power Query, why it is different from your Excel, what is the new in this Power Query. Due to time constraint, I am going to simply cover up some basic examples. Just close this. And at last, I will tell you basically how visualization is very easy. Why I'm saying it is a 30% part, and rest of the component is 70%. Simply, let me just show you the transformation part in Power Query. So Power Query has some more advantage than Excel. Let me just show you. So first feature is this unpivot, which is not lying with your Excel, Dex, or any software. So Power Query has one feature which is unpivot, and you will see here my data has is looking like this. So this is my raw data, and you will see here we have dates, here we have product category, and here we have north region, central region, and south region. This data we generally build by using pivot table. Now, till net we don't have any feature to unpivot our data using Excel or any kind of software, but Power Query has. If you will load this data in Power Query, so I'm going to load my data in Power Query in Power BI. So simply go to Home tab, and here we have Get Data from Text and CSV. Load this data. Again, same options we are seeing, load and transform. So this time I'm going to take you to the Power Query, just transform. So you will see my data has been loaded. And now if I'm going to click on this transform, and you will see here we have two even some tabs here. We have home tab, transform, and add columns. So if I'm going to click on this transform, and we have some options, and 70% options is same as transform in the add column part. Let's say what is the difference between this transform and add column? If we have, let's same options. Let's say if you will see here we have format, and here we have format, same options we are having here. Here we have dates, and if you will see here we have dates. So same option again in the two tab are there. It is not a repetition. If we are going to convert our old data to the new data, so we need to click on the transform. And if you want to don't alter your old data, you want to add a new column, then you can click on this add column. So that's how these two are different. So that's why they are giving these two tabs. Now I'm going to unpivot my data, and you will see here we have unpivot columns. which is not available in Excel file. So I'm going to click on this all three columns: north, region, south, sorry, north, central, and south. Here we have three regions, and you will see I'm going to click on this unpivot columns, and you will see my columns has been unpivot. My data is now in the portrait mode. Now I can simply close and load, close and apply. And you will see here we have second data. So my data is looking like this. Now, this feature was not available in my Excel file. Just let me just. Now you will see what happened with my raw data, whether my raw data has been changed. No. Let me just show you my raw data once again. My raw data is in my original shape. It means, let's say my SAP or my Oracle software or my Tally or my other software is linked with my this Power BI. It means it is not going to touch my that ERP software. It is going to simply convert or transform my data in Power BI here directly. So this is the beauty of this Power BI once again. And my raw data is in my original shape, but here my data is looking like this. Now if I'm going to talk about this visualization part, and you will see this is a visualization. Here we are seeing, let's say I want to add a matrix. Again, you will see here we have lots of visualization, stick bar charts. Here we have table. Here we have matrix. Here we have slicer, list slicer. Here we have Python, and we can add variety of visuals over here. And let's say you want to add a matrix, and matrix is here. Now, here we have matrix. Now we will see here we have some options. Whenever we are going, I'm going to click on any visuals. Let's say I'm going to click on this line chart. So you will see automatically it shows some options here: x-axis, y-axis, secondary y-axis, legends, small multiples, like Excel format. So it is going to show you the same feature. Just close this. Now I'm going to click on this matrix, and you will see some options again have been enabled: rows, column, and values. The same options we see in what? In pivot table. And let me just show you the same thing in pivot table. So if I'm going to open this, and I'm going to insert my pivot table, insert pivot table from table and range, click OK. You will see here we have rows, columns, and values. Same options we have. And here we have rows, column, and values, but here we have one more feature, which is filter. And you will see, if you have if you have noticed carefully, here we have filters also. It means matrix is a visual which is as same as your pivot table. Now here I'm going to click on this product category, and product category I'm adding in the row part. So here we have 4 products, and here we have values. We can add the values in values part, as same as with your pivot table. And you can see my pivot table is going to look like this. And you will see accessories is this, bike is this, as a quantum, clothing is this, and total is this. See, visualization is not taking time. I have created this charts because I know the Excel. So that's why I'm simply able to use this visualization. But the how I'm going to derive this data using transformation. We need to understand the transformation part. That is the primary key of this Power BI. Now let me take you to the second advantage of this Power Query. Split data into rows. So this is a second advantage, which is again not lying with your Excel file. So let me just show you the second data. And you will see here we have, let's say, region, name, east, name, west, name, and south names. Now let's say my software is exporting my data like this. Let's say my software is exporting my north region name in all name in one cell, separated through comma. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to split all the name in column shape, not in row shape. Let's say if I'm going to use a text split or text to columns or any other formula in Excel, but it is not going to split your data into this column shape. It is going to always split your data into row shape. So the same feature can be used in Power Query because the that feature is not available in this Excel file and in any other file. Now, previously I have used the Power BI. Now I'm going to use the Excel file to show you that Power Query is as same as with your Power BI. Means 70% of this Excel plus Power BI Power Pivot is same with is same as your Power BI. Now I'm going to open this data. I'm going to load this data into Power Query from the Excel directly. Data tab, get data, and you will see here we have in the side here we have from table and range. Now it will automatically convert my range into table. Just click on this and you will see create table. My data has been selected. Now it is asking me whether your table has header. Yes, my table has header. Just click on that. Okay. And you will see again it has done some transformation. Now what I want to split this data into columnar form, not the row form. Just click on this and here we have split columns, and here we have split column by delimiter, by number of character, by position. So this the same feature is not available in your Excel. So I'm going to use delimiter. So if I'm simply click on this delimiter part, and you will see here we have comma common in every row. Now if I'm going to simply select the comma and click OK. Now what it has done, it has simply segregated my data into a row shape, and you will see first row, second row, third row. Now what I want my data in my columnar form. So I need to go back. So here we don't have any control Z command in my Power Query. So we can simply cut this, and we can simply cut this, and my data is in my original shape. Simply click on this. Now what I want to convert this data into columnar form. So again, I'm going to click on this split column and by delimiter. And you will see here I'm going to use comma, and here we have advanced options here. Just click on this advanced option and you will see here we have row, which is not available in your Excel. Just click on this row, click OK, and you will see my data is automatically split into a columnar form. Now we can simply close and load. So my data has been changed from this shape to this shape. Now, what is the beauty of this Power Query? Let's say next time my software is updating or my software is adding one more line item or changing any name. Let's say I'm going to change the first name to my name. Let's say I'm changing my this first name to, let's say, my name. Now, next time what you need to do is you don't need to do the same steps. What you need to do, you need to simply right click here and refresh it, and you will see my data has been updated. That's it. So this is the beauty of this Power Query, and that's how you can take the advantage of this split columns into multiple rows, and this data will automatically become in a columnar shape. Again, my original data has not been altered, but a transformation part to process into new shape. So this is the beauty of this Power Query and Power BI. Just close this. Don't save this. So this is the, again, one more good advantage of this Power BI. Let me just, and the third advantage I have already told you, build once and refresh. So this is the one more beauty of this Power Query. I have already told you that we don't need to update our data again and again. Let's say my SAP software is linked, so we don't need to change my system. We can simply right click here and refresh it. My report will be ready automatically. So that's how we can take the advantage of this Power Query. And now I'm going to talk about some DEX part, which I'm saying here. See, Power Query we have dealt with. So I have told you some basic things which are not in your Excel file. Now I'm going to talk about this Power Pivot. This Power Pivot is also available in your Excel file, and this Power Pivot is also available in your Power BI. So you will see here we have Power Pivot option, but sometimes you will not see the tab here. So you need to enable this manually. How you can do that? Simply click on this file option, and here we have options. Click on this options, and here we have advanced. Here we have add-ins, and we need to click on this add-ins, and here we need to click on this com add-ins and click on go. Here we have Power Pivot. So if you are not seeing Power Pivot from there to here, so you can simply check this checkbox, and this Power Pivot will show you here. Just click here and you will see Power Pivot. Now this is the backend of this Excel. So here Excel has three backend till yet. First is your Power Query, second is your Power Pivot, and third is VBA, which I am not going to cover in this dashboard part. Here I'm going to click on this manage. So if I'm going to click on this manage, and Excel will open this Power Pivot, which is as same as your Power BI table view. Now let me show you. Let's link two data over here. So here we have, let's say here we have product category. Category name is EGW and TAA. Let's close this. And here we have sales data. So in this, we don't have any product category. Here we have product key. So we need to find out some more data. So product subcategory, product category key. Just let me just open my all data to link with. Yes, here it is. So this is the master data. You will see here we have product key, product subcategory key, products SKU, product name, model name, product description, and so on. And you will see here we have some transaction data of sales related to year 2020, and order date, stock date, order number, product key, customer key, and so on. So this product key is common in these two files, which is a transaction file and a master file. So here you will see product key, and here you will see uh, product key. Let's just close this file and load the data in Power Pivot. Let's close this file also. Let's go to manage option, and you will see here we have uh, Power Pivot. Now just click on this from database, and here we have from database service. Again, we have some options to load the data, but again, these are limited options than your Power BI. That's why I'm saying Power BI has more compatible features than this Excel part. So I'm going to click on this other part, other sources, because we are not seeing Excel file here. And you will see here we have Excel and text file. So if your data is in CSV files, you can click on this text file, text, next. Now it is asking me to load my product lookup. So browse the file, just click here, open. Now you will see your data is looking like this. So if your first row is a column header, so you can click on this, and you will see your data is going to look like this. Just finish this. So I'm again saying this Power Pivot is also available in Power BI. Let's close this. So the purpose is not to teach Power Pivot. The purpose is to tell you that 70% of this power is your 70% of this Excel file or Excel part or Excel utility is as same as your Power BI. So that's why I'm saying uh, now I'm talking about product key and product subcategory and so on. Now here we have first sheet. Now I'm going to load my second data, which is a sales data 2020, and I'm going to load the same data in my Power BI. Just click on this from other source, text and CSV. Next, again I'm going to browse this file, sales data 2020. Just click open. Again, my data has headers, Just finish this. And you will see here we have 2630 rows, and over there, there was 200 rows only. Just close this. So my data has been loaded. So both data is loaded now, and you will see here we have a diagram view. Now you can see the diagram view is here, and which is as same as with your Power BI model view. Those, so both things are same, and you can see this is again a hidden feature of your Excel. Now I'm going to load. I'm going to click this product key, and I'm going to drag this power product key and load it here, or drop it here on the product key. Now it is showing me 1 2 star. Star means many. Now here it is showing that you have loaded your data from here to here. It means my data is passing from here to here. It means now it has one. Now it is showing one bit. It means it is a master data. So let's say if you have 200 products, so it is a master data. And since a sales transaction is repeating a sales of those products again and again, so that's why it is showing your uh, infinite part, or which is a many part. That's how you can build a relationship here in the Power Pivot. Now the beauty of this Power Pivot is, let's say I have a, let's say, three master data, or one transaction data, or two transaction data. Anything can be happen. Now I can create a pivot table directly from here, even without using VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP. Let's say in my data GST number is not there, okay, or let's say address is not there. Let's say I have a data quantity is there, but rate is not there. Rate is lying in the master data. So how I can do that? I can use the Power Pivot. Power Pivot can handle more data than Excel. So simply just build a relationship between these two data like this, and you can simply create a pivot table. Let me show you how. So here it is asking me whether you want to create a pivot table on the new sheet or the existing sheet. So just click on new sheet. Now you will see here we have two tables. First table is this, and second table is this. And you will see here in the product lookup, here we have cost of that product. But here in the sales data, we don't have any cost. So if I'm going to load my product key over here, so this is my product key, and let's say order quantity is this. So you will see here is the order quantity. Now product cost, I'm going to load from here to here. So it is asking me auto detect. So I think there is some issue with my relationship. Now, let me just create the relationship once again. So my first table, which is a foreign table, is sales data. Sales data, I'm going to link with the product key, and related table is product lookup. I'm going to link with the product key. It is showing already relationship is there. Let's remove this order quantity, because why, what it is doing actually, why my data is not correct in here, because I am using a summation. Let's say I have done the two transactions. Let's say first transaction is if I'm going to talk about, let's say, of this product. Let me just open my sales data 2020 to explain the errors here. Let's say if I'm talking about this product key 193. So if I'm going to talk about 193, so you will see 193 I have sold out variety of times, and here I have order quantity which is adding up. If I'm talking about cost, so cost is again adding up with the product data, but that not is the purpose. So that's how it is not solving the issue. But still, let's say you want a GST number, or you want any other key which is not a common, which you can't sum up or count. So that's how you can take the advantage of this power table. Now I'm going to do the same thing in Power BI. Close this, close this. Now I'm going to do the same thing in Power BI. Let's delete this data. So you can simply delete your data like this. Simply just click on this, delete, And yes, you will see all data has been gone. Now my Power BI is as same as new. Just click on this get data and text and CSV. Click on this data part. So here I'm going to load my sales data 2020. Just click on open. Now load this. This time I'm not using Power Query. So I am simply going, this time I'm not loading my data into Power Query. I'm going to simply click on this load part and it is going to take you to the text part directly. And you will see here's my Excel file and here's my relationship view. And in here I'm going to load my second data, which is text and CSV. And here I'm going to load my product lookup. Open. Just load this. So you will see here I have loaded my both the data, sales data 2020 and product lookup. So now you can again do the same activity. Product key, just drop and drag it here. Now you will see it is showing a relationship many to one. Just save. And you will see my data is again flowing from here to here because this is a transaction data. This is a master data and this is the transaction data. So that's why my relationship is as same as with this one. Now you will see here we have two data and I can create any visualization here directly. So let's start with the matrix once again. Here it is my matrix. So in the sales data, I'm going to take my product key in the rows. So here is my rows, 200 rows we have. And in the product lookup, I am going to take the cost, product cost. Now it is again counting the product cost because there is a repetition of that thing. So that's why it is not going to show you the correct result here also. So this is the problem with the uh, pivot table. Let's say if you want to find out the exact cost, so you can find out the max. But let's say I have one product which has two costs, so it is not going to show the correct value. So this is the problem with the pivot table. So pivot, and here you can again take the advantage of GST numbers, address, and so on. So this is the problem, and this is the advantage of this linking part. So now let me just take you to the take you directly to the beautiful part of this relationship view. What we can do with the DEX part. So you will see here we have DEX part. Now this DEX part is as same as with your Excel. How? Let me show you how. So let's say you want to add a column which is going to, let's say you want to add uh, cost column here. So I am going to add one cost column which is appearing in this product lookup. So how we can add the cost column and the revenue column? Let's say I want to calculate the net profit. Let's say here is my sales data and here in the product lookup we have cost. Here in the sales data, here we have product cost and product price. I want to find out what? I want to find out the net profit of my sales transactions. How we can do that? So in Excel we generally do what? We generally simply put we look up on the product category and find out the product cost and find out the product sales. Then we find out the difference. Then we are going to calculate the profit. So this is the steps. We are doing the same activity in my Power BI. How we can do that? Simply add new column. It is as same as with your Excel file. Now you will see here it is when I have clicked on this add new column. Now what is new with us? This option is appearing here. Column is equal to. Now we can add any formula here. You will see here we have lots of formula which is as same as with your Excel. Now let me just show you that thing also. So here it is. So these are the common functions are available with Power BI, which is already lying with your Excel file. So these are the common functions: sum, average, minimum, max, and so on. And here we have some text for functions: concatenate, concatenate X, find, left, right. And there are some functions which are in Power BI, not in your Excel file, which are super advanced function like total YTD, total QTD. So these functions are only with your Power BI files, not with the Excel. So that's how again Power BI is in the good position. So let me just add new columns here. Let's say my new column would be cost. So now how we can find the cost in Excel? Simply use VLOOKUP. Let's try VLOOKUP whether it is here. No, VLOOKUP is not here. Now it means there must be a one alternate to that. How we can do that? So there is one function which is related, which is as same as your VLOOKUP, but in the related here we have only one argument, which is column name. Now we can simply add that column name, which is cost. So product cost, simply press tab and close this, and you will see cost is here automatically. So if I'm talking about product 135, or let's say product number 3, so here all cost has been added to that product. If I'm going to talk about next product, so again for the product number 10, my cost is 38 rupees. So that's how my product has been added by using related function. Just unfiltered this, select all, click OK. And again, I'm going to add the profit part. How we can do that? Here, I'm going to talk about new column. In the table tool, I'm going to add new column. Now, this time my new column would be sales or revenue. Let's say my revenue is related. Again, I'm using VLOOKUP, and this time my product is product price. So here's my product price. Just close this, and so that's how the sale price is this one. So my for the product 135, my cost is 48 rupees and my revenue is 95 rupees. Now I can find out the profit part. How? Again, I'm going to add a new column, profit, and here I'm going to do revenue minus cost. So that's how we do the same thing in Excel file, and you will see it is as same as with your Excel file. Now we can create a matrix. So you will see here in the sales data, we have three columns: profit, revenue, and cost. But if we will see the original data, here we don't have any extra columns. So it means my original data is not altering. Simply my data is transforming in my Power BI. Now I'm going to add a matrix over here. So now I'm going to add customer key, or let's say product key. I'm again going to add in the matrix product key. So now I can simply calculate the profit in the values. So now you will see on the first product, I have earned 189 profit. On the second product, I have earned 484 rupees. So this is the total profit, and total profit I have earned 3 lakh 9,000 rupees. So that's how much I have earned in this profit part. So this is the beauty of this metrics. Now let me just talk about one more feature of this visualization part, which is a measure. So till now, what we have covered? We have covered the transformation part. So I have told you what I have told you basically the transformation. So whenever we are talking about Power BI, Power BI is as same as either Excel file. Excel means Excel have three components. Excel itself, Power Query, and Power BI. So three components are there. 70% of these three components is equal to your Power BI. And Power BI, whenever we are dealing with this Power BI has two things: transformation and the visualization. Visualization is only 30%, and transformation is 70%. So now I'm going to talk about some kind of visualization using measures or some visualization part. How we can do that? So here I'm going to add, let's say, total profit here. Let's say if I'm going to find out the total profit in let's say here directly. So there is no way to do that. Let me show you why. If I'm going to talk about new column and let's say I'm going to add profit. So let's say total profit, I'm going to calculate total profit. So what we will do, we will simply use sum function, right? And here I'm going to use profit. Just close this and just press enter. Now you will notice that whenever I am pressing enter, what is happening over here is, so it is calculating profit on every row automatically. But in Excel, we can use, if I'm going to talk about this Excel file, let's say if I'm going to talk about some function here, sum. So it provides me only one single value, but here it is going to provide all, here it is going to provide the single value in all rows. So it means it has no purpose to add this single column total profit. Let me just delete that. So right click on this and delete. So now how we can find out the total profit if we are using Power BI. So whenever you want a new column and new column has different values, so you can go to a new column. But if you want a single value, let's say if you want to add a cost part or sales part or profit part, you can add new column. But if you want a single value, then in that case you can simply click on this new measure, and new measure is going to provide the single value. How? Let me show you once again. New measure. So you will see new measure is here, and now let me just rename this, and I'm going to rename this as total profit. Okay, now here I'm going to change this sum function, and I'm going to find out the summation of profit and just close this, and here it is. So sum function I have used, and you will see sum is not seeming anywhere. So it means we can't see the sum here, but in the report view, we can see the sum. If you will see the second visualization here, I'm going to use is a single card. Let's say here I'm going to use a single card, and here it is. So here we have single card. So here you will see values, category, and tooltips. So let's say I want to see the total profit here, add values, and you will see my total profit is looking like this. So we can format this. Let's say I want to format this into some other shapes, or I want to fill out some colors. So you will see I have options here. Here we have titles. So we can add a title also if you want to see that. And for formatting part, here we have some colors options on the home tab. Uh, Let me just do the some formatting. Format option is not working over here. Format is here, and you will see whenever this format tab is not working, you can simply right click here and click on this format, and this option is going to see you. Let me just add some color in it, blue color, and you will see the blue color is seeming like this. And let's say you want to change this border and a shadow, whatever you want. Let's say you want to change the color of the title, and you want to change the color of the subtitle, and this as same as with your Excel file. So we need to do the research on it, and we can simply take the help of this format part, or we can simply take the help of this search option also. So that's how we can do the format. Now you will see this is a single card. Now let me show you the beauty of this slicer part and this measure. Now, what is this measure and why is it is most important in this Power BI? What we have done, we have simply add up the total profit here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a slicer here, and you will see the beauty of this. Let's say I'm going to add a slicer. In here we have slicer. Now I'm going to add a product color. Okay. So here I have some colors. Let's say I want to see the lavender color and the profit of this lavender color, and you will see the profit of this lavender color is only this. It means my measure is directly linked with this slicer. So that's how we are getting the advantage of this measure. And if I'm going to talk about this pink color, so my pink color is arriving this much of profit. Even let's say if I'm going to talk about single column, let's say if I'm going to talk about a line chart, sorry. So here I'm going to add a line chart. Let's say in the line chart, I want to add model name on the x-axis. So here we have three models actually. And let's say I want to add revenue here in the y-axis. So you will see I have three models, model Z, model X, and model Y. And this revenue is only seeming for this what? For pink color. If I'm going to change this to coral, you will see my line chart is also updating. My matrix, my single card is updating, and my slicer is already updating because I'm clicking on this. So it means everything is linked with my backend part. So that how we can take the advantage of this data visualization part. Now, till now, we have what we have covered, and what is the difference between Excel and Power BI. Let's just let's just make a quick recap, and we can go to the next topic. Here, what we have covered. Here we have covered the linkage part. Now I'm dealing with the DEX part. DEX part has two things: add new column and add measure. So whenever you want to see different value on different columns, so you can click on this add column part, or you want to see the one value like sum, count, countif, counta. So you can take the advantage of what? You can take the advantage of this measure part, so that will allow you to find out the single value. And you will glad to know that we have already created a dashboard over here. If I'm going to simply let's say I'm going to add new card. Let's say here I have my second card. Let's say here I'm going to add cost. Now you will see I have directly added my cost here even without using measures. Now if I can add the cost part directly here even without adding the measure, now what is the difference between uh, now what is the need of this measure? Let's say now what is the need of this measure is, let's say you want a specific thing which is not in your data. Let's say you don't want to find out this revenue column or cost column. You want to find out the simple total profit. So you can take the help of the this measure. So that's how the measure part is going to help you. So this is it about the measure part. Let me just take you to the DEX part once again. So I have told you that Power Pivot is as same as with your DEX part. Here I'm going to talk about manage. We have already talked about manage relationship, how we can set a relationship between two data simultaneously. So now this is an important thing whenever we are talking about manage relationship. This is very important part. So we can connect our master data with master data, means one-to-one data. Here we can connect many to one, one to one, one to many, but we can't connect data many to many. Let's say I want to connect my sales data with the credit transactions data. So we can't do that because let's say one transaction is repeating twice or thrice. So how we can find out the credit note is linked with this one or not? Let's say my credit note is again repeating the same invoice. So how we are going to link that? So this is the problem with the many to many relationship. So that's how we can set out the one-to-many, many-to-one, and one-to-one relationship, but we can't link the data which are many-to-many. Now, let's say one more terminology you are going to hear in this Power BI, which is a primary key and foreign key. So whenever, let's say, the data is unique, which we are seeing in the product lookup table, so we are calling it as primary key. When the data is duplicate or triplicate, so we are going to call it as foreign key. So that's how we are going to term it as primary and foreign. Now this is one more important thing. Let's say this is a master data, and there are variety of transaction data. So whenever we are connecting this data, we are calling it as star schema. Why we are talking about this star schema? Because see, my data is very small, because we have taken two set of files right now. If let's say if I'm going to take about if I'm going to talk about the all set of files, and I'm going to load all set of files in one dashboard, so it will create a mess up over here. So we need to arrange my data like this and link the data accordingly to take the uh, beautiful advantage of this data. Now one more relationship is there, which is a snowflake, and you will see, let's say, here we have a product lookup, and here we have product subcategory. So this subcategory is not in the product lookup, you will see. So here we have subcategory key only. We don't have any subcategory name, which is a equipment, widget, and gadget. So this subcategory name is not there. Again, this subcategory name is not in the transaction data. It means, let's say you want to find out the subcategory name in the sales data. So how you will do that? You need to link your product lookup with this product subcategory lookup. Then you need to link your product subcategory link with the your transaction data. So that's how you can find out the relationship between all three data. So we call it as snowflakes. We are dealing with this data whenever, let's say, your data is huge, or let's say you have 20 or 30 transaction files or master files. Then we need to arrange my data like this. Otherwise, it will create a nested relationship, or nest over there, and you will get confused how to link with this. We have talked about new columns. So whenever you want specific values or separated values, you can simply go to new columns. And here I have already told you that some of the functions are common in Power BI and Excel, because both parent company is same. Microsoft is providing is providing Excel and Power BI. So that's why they are linking these two utility together. So that's why the most of the function are common in this. So here I'm going to talk about some operators part, which is not again in the Excel file. I'm going to cover up simply difference in the Power BI and Excel file. And you will see here we have Excel. Let's say if I'm talking about if function, let's say if. So if function is a good example to deal with the operators. So how we are going to take advantage of the operator. Let's say uh, I want to give the incentive to the customer, and to that customer which is purchasing quantity more than 3 or equal to 3. So let's say I want to make a 10% discount. Let's say if the quantity is greater than and equal to 3, then I'm going to make a discount of 10%. So I'm simply saying, let's say 10%, otherwise zero discount. Okay, now just close the parentheses, and you will see here we have three quantities. So here we have discount of 0.1. Just drag and drop, and you will see here we have 0.1 discount, here we have 0.1 discount, and here we have zero discount because of this quantity 1. Now if I'm talking about this two symbol, these are the operators we are calling in Excel, or in Power BI the same thing is there, equal to sign is there, strict equal to is again as same as your equal to sign, but it is very, very rigid. Let's say if I'm talking about Apple is equal to Apple. So my Excel will, let's say if I'm talking about Apple and Apple. So if I'm, let's say if I'm saying whether this is equal to this one, so Excel is going to talk about yes. But if I'm talking about this double equal to, so it is in Power BI, it is not going to say you yes. It is not strictly equal to with your data. So that's how we can use the double equal to sign, which is not in the Excel file. Greater than is there, less than is there, greater than equal to is there, less than equal to is there. But these symbols are not there, which is and is not there. Here in Excel we have and function. In Power BI we have and function as well as this operator double and key. So we can simply take the advantage of this and key. Here we have or, and here we have in, which is a logical uh, or condition. Let me just share the example of this or and or in here over means in the Power BI. Let's say I want to make a discount to that customer, or I want to give incentive to that customer which is purchasing three quantity, and the product key must be greater than 170. Okay, so what I'm going to do, if I'm going to use the same in Power BI, so if my quantity is greater than equal to 3, and means both condition has been satisfied. So if I'm going to talk about both condition has been satisfied, so it means we need to use and. Here in Power BI we can simply use this and key, double and, but in Excel we don't have any and key. We need to use this and function like this, and we can simply take the advantage of this and function. And if the product key is greater than 170, then only you are going to get the discount of 0.1, otherwise 0. So this is the beauty of this Power BI. Here it is. Now, how we can use the or again? This is the symbol of this or. So here I'm going, let's say, I'm going to make a discount. I'm going to give a discount to that customer which is purchasing quantity 3 or more, or the product key is greater than 170. It means we are going to give a discount to all customers which are purchasing 3 or more quantity, or the customer is this, means any of the condition can be satisfied. Now what is the use of this in here? Now in is basically used in Power BI. Means let's say if I have example like this, I want to I want to give a discount to that customer only which is, for which product category is equal to 193 and 135. Now this time what we are doing, in the previous example what we are doing, in the previous example we are comparing two columns, we are taking two columns simultaneously. But in this in part we are going to take on two rows simultaneously or three rows. So if in we are going to talk about in, so here we are going to talk about in, or here if the product key is equal to 193 or 135, then only I'm going to give a discount of 0.1. This is the key advantage here of the in. So that's how I have written the example here. Now you will see, let's say reason is France and bike buyers is yes, then only we can use the and you will see here we have and symbol here, and for the or symbol I'm using double exclamation mark. And if the product color is red, blue or black, then I'm using what? I'm using in. So these are the operators which are not in your Excel file. These are the operators here are available here in the Power BI. Again, you can practice this if function or income tax example. So I have already talked about this measure part. I'm not going to talk about in detail because of the time constraint. Now I'm going to add a new table, or let's say we have imported the data till yet, and we can simply uh, create the new table also. Let's say you want to create your own custom table, and you can do that. Just click on this home tab, and here we have new table. So let's say you want to enter the data directly, so you can enter that. Let's say a table is a discount column, discount table. Just- So you will see here we have discount, and this column we can name is as, let's say, quantity, or we can add new column and percentage of discount. Sorry, add new column. We are saying it as percentage of discount. So now we can do the entry manually here. So this is again as same as you're adding a sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3 in the Power BI. Now let's talk about some visualization, and then we will sum up the session. And here we have, let's say here we have stake bar chart, which is going to present your data in the bar form. Let's say if I'm talking about stake bar chart. So my, let's say I want to represent my cost plus profit into a sales. So how we can do that? So here I'm going to add cost in the y-axis and profit in the y-axis. And here I'm going to add product model name. Let me just refix this. Here I'm going to add model name in the y-axis, and in the x-axis we need to actually add the cost and the profit. Now you will see this is a stake bar chart, and again the adding stake bar chart is as not difficult. You will see model X we have made up of sales of more than 30K, but in 30K what we have done, profit is this one and cost is this one. So this whole column is representing my sales part. This single green part is representing my cost, and this and blue part is representing my profit. Now if and this is only for coral product. Let's say if I'm talking about mint product, so my all thing has been changed. Yes, everything is updating. You can see this box is updating, this one is updating, and my chart is also updating. Now you will see here we have some more things in my Power BI, and this is the decomposition tree which we don't have in my Excel file. Let's say I'm going to add this decomposition tree. So what is decomposition tree? Decomposition tree is a visualization which is not available in your Excel file. Now this is a AI tool. How we can say it as AI tool? You will see if I'm going to click on this arrow part, and you will see here we have AI visuals. We are using key influencer decomposition tree. It means Power BI itself a AI. So we can take the advantage of this AI part directly. Now if I'm going to click on this plus sign, or let's say some of the cost of the product color explained by product color. Today we are using only single product name, and product size. Now you can see This is the beauty of this decomposition tree. Sum of the cost, model, and the product size. So it means it is automatically spreading up. And now let's start. Whenever we are going to add new column, let's say if I'm going to talk about one more thing, let's say if I'm going to add product style. So now you will see here we have product style. So we can add product style. Now we can add any other thing. Let's say if I'm going to expand this. So it is again expanding product size, and now it is again expanding the product size. It means it is automatically filtering out my data and automatically taking up the data from the backend and automatically spreading my chart into it is you can say it as it is decomposing my actually data. So Model X has large size and the cost of this all product is this. So it is means automatically spreading up my data which is not available in the Excel file. So this is the beauty of this visualization. And here we have one more tool. We have map, field map, and map. For these two tools, you need actually license. Otherwise, it provide absurd result over here. I have noticed so many times that it provides not a good result if you are using free license over there. Now, time to publish the report. So here I'm going to talk about how to publish your report. Let's say if you're using free version, again, you can not download the file in Excel. We can simply publish our report in PDF. So I'm going to publish that, going to file, export, and you can see here we have export as PDF. So my dashboard is going to create my PDF like this. So if you have formatted your dashboard into good shape, so your dashboard is going to look like this. Let me just show you my raw dashboard over here. So over here, I have created a raw dashboard and I will tell you how I have created that. So this dashboard, what I have done, I have created by using all the data set which I am showing you from the initial. So here I have used all the data set from this and I have created this dashboard. Now I will tell you what is uh, I will tell you each element of this dashboard. So behind this dashboard, you will see a box, a landscape box, which is only a shape. I have added a shape and I have filled the color, let's say, for example, green. And here I have added a text box. So you can format this to the large size. And these three are basically what? These three are my single card, one, two, three. And this is a stake chart, and this is a slicer, and this is a basically line chart because my customer count is very high in 2020, 21, 22. So that's why it is showing my line like this, like a stock chart. So that's how we can create that. And this is a KPI chart. KPI tells you to the difference between goal and the target value. So this is the KPI chart. We can take the advantage of this KPI. So whenever we are integrating all charts together one by one, so we are simply building up our dashboard like this. Here I have take the advantage of this second chart, which is a map visual, and you will see in the free version it is not providing the correct word uh, data. So all bubble shapes are same because of the data constraint or the limitation of free software. So that's why it is not providing the correct shapes. So this is basically regarding the Power BI. And whenever you are talking about this Power BI, we can whenever you want to learn more about the next part, I will suggest you just learn these three functions: calculate, related, and all. All other functions are related to each other. Let's say if you want to use SUMIF or COUNTIF, so here are the common functions. So here we have, let's say, if you want to use SUMIF or COUNTIF, here we have SUMX and COUNTEX. in the Power BI. I have not written that over here. So if you want to use SUMIF or COUNTIF, so SUMIF is not there. Just a name have been changed to SUMIF to SUMX, COUNTIF to COUNTEX. And again, if I'm going to talk about some more function which are not in there in Power BI, so these are the function here which are not there in the Excel file. So what is calculate actually? Let's say I'm not going to cover the calculate. Actually, I'm going to just tell the idea behind it. Uh, how to use calculate function here. Let's say I want to compare two products, product X and product Y. So what is happening till now? If I'm clicking on one slicer, let's say lavender. So what it is doing, it is updating each and every component of my dashboard. Each and every component means single card, slicer, or decomposition tree or any chart, you will see it is updating each and every chart. Now you want to fix a single tile or single card, single slicer. So you want to fix means whenever I'm going to click on that part, it should not change that thing. So we can use the calculate function here. So that's how we can use the calculate. Again, this is not in Excel. And if you want to, let's say if you want to see the total profit also. Okay, now you want to see the total profit, and how you can see the total profit. For that, what you need to do, you need to use all function. So all function is a vice versa of your what? Of your calculate. So calculate is basically filtering out a specific value from the all data. And now what it is doing, it is basically fixing up all data by using filter. So it means whenever I'm going to click on this, anything, my all data set is not going to change. My all data is going to seem here. So that's why I'm going to use all function here. So this is it about the all and calculate. So we have covered up, means I have told you that we have only one coin and both sides are same. At least 70% both sides are same. Excel is as same as with your Power BI, just a visualization is only different. So it is as same as your Excel file. So now you may ask your doubts. We have lots of time regarding the doubts. And Charmi ji, it's over to you.
Yes, sir. Sir, the first question is, which MS version will this work with? Can we download and integrate it with an earlier version?
Yes, we can download the earlier version also. We can integrate the earlier version also. Let's say you are using 2013 version, now you are updating to the 2019. Again, you can simply refresh it and it will update the Power BI automatically. So hello sir, quick unpivot table is not as same as your double clicking. Sir, it is as same as with your double clicking part, but it is again showing in the detailed version. Yes, Excel is now offering two column and two rows. But again, we can't use two column and two rows whenever we are connecting SAP software or Oracle software directly with our dashboard part. So we need to do what we need to do. We need to download the data in Excel file, and again we need to integrate the Power BI. We need to take the help of offline part. So that's why I'm avoiding that. I'm not using two column and two rows for that thing. I am using simply unpivot in Power Query because that is going to offer more advantage than your Excel file. Sir, I have mentioned out that there are three difference between Excel and Power Query. Actually, you have mentioned written it wrong. Power BI. First is unpivot. Second is split data into rows, and third thing, one split, and next time you need to simply refresh it. So whenever you are making a data, using Power Query. So next time you need to simply refresh it and it will automatically update the data accordingly. I hope I have covered every doubt.
Yes, sir, you have covered all the doubts.
Just it? Just these doubts are there or some more? So we can wind up the session now. Actually, I spare my half an hour only for the doubts. Sometimes doubt is means kind of little bit.
True, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful session and the knowledge and practical approach you gave to the session. We are very thankful and to all the participants and also Professional Skill Enrichment Committee for making this webcast a grand success. Thank you all for your presence and thank you, Vikal Jain, sir,
Thank you,
for
ma'am.
your deliberations. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ICI. Thank you, Chamiji.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Shall we
We
close,
can.
sir?
Yes, yes, yes.